Welcome back to the Wounds to Wings podcast. I'm your host, Beena Freilich. Today's episode is a difficult one, but an important one. It is dedicated to honoring the life of Mamta Kafle Bhattt, a nurse, a young mother, a friend, and a beloved daughter who went missing last year, the summer of 2024, and whose husband has been accused of her murder. Mamta's story has shaken the South Asian community here in Northern Virginia and beyond. And while it is painful to share, we must, because silence is what allows abuse to continue. By telling her story and by listening to the voices of those who knew her, we can honor Mamta's memory and raise awareness so that other women may be spared the same fate. Mamta came from a middle-class family in Nepal. Her parents worked hard so she could study nursing in India, where she earned her degree and license. She met her husband online, and after about a year of talking, they got married. She was just 25. He was 8 years older, US citizen, a veteran working in IT. They had only met a few times before their wedding. When Mamta came to the US, she discovered very quickly that her marriage was not what she had imagined. He wouldn't let her open a bank account. He never helped her get a driver's license, so she couldn't drive. Within the first year, she had a baby girl. He was unfaithful, and his parents, who lived in the same house, stood by him through it all. Despite this, Mamta poured her heart into her career and into her daughter. She worked first at the Innova Fairfax Hospital and later at UVA Health, Prince William Medical Center in Manassas. Her colleagues describe her as hardworking, cheerful, and deeply committed to her patients. Mamta spoke to her mother in Nepal once or twice a day, and yet she never revealed the abuse that she was enduring. Her mom described her as a beautiful, honest, and hardworking girl. She lived in a quiet community in Manassas Park, Northern Virginia, the kind of neighborhood where everything looks safe and peaceful from the outside. But behind closed doors, Mamta was suffering in silence like so many South Asian women who hide their pain to protect their parents from worry or to preserve family honor. Above all else, Mamta loved her little girl. Friends remember how her face lit up whenever she spoke about her. She wanted her daughter to grow up connected to her Nepali roots, to speak the language, to learn the culture, and to be a vegetarian just like she was. Even through exhaustion, even in her darkest times, Mamta loved her baby, and she was the light of her life. A friend of the family, also named Beena, told me something I will never forget. We should not have to lose a person to encourage women to leave. Those words are painful and so true. Women shouldn't have to die before we start talking about leaving unsafe marriages. We must encourage women to leave the very first time that they feel unsafe. Mala, a colleague of Mamta's at Innova Fairfax, remembers Mamta as a nurse who was always smiling. Nurses often work long 12-hour shifts, but Mala said Mamta never showed anger, frustration, or even fatigue. Even when she was pregnant and working, she stayed cheerful. So when Mamta went missing, Mala was devastated. She called the hospital later and learned the truth that her friend's husband had been accused of her murder. Mala's message to women is this: in our Indian, Nepali, Pakistani, Bangladeshi culture, women are told to adjust. Parents say, "This is your husband, things will get better." Or, "Don't leave, what will people say?" But your life matters. Even if your family is upset, it is better to leave, even to stay single, than to stay with someone who is going to hurt you. Tina, who supervised Mamta on the night shift in the neuroscience unit, described her as eager to learn, hardworking, and always smiling. Mamta loved talking about her little girl, who was the center of her world. But Tina also saw glimpses of the cruelty Mamta endured. At a baby shower, her in laws twisted the truth to embarrass her, making her appear rude when she wasn't. Mamta was humiliated, and she apologized to Tina even though she had done nothing wrong. Tina also shared a disturbing incident. One night, Mamta had left her baby girl with a trusted neighbor and friend for a few hours, expecting her husband or in laws to pick her up. But towards the end of her shift, Mamta checked her phone and saw multiple messages from the neighbor. No one had come to pick up her daughter. The baby was safe and asleep, but Mamta later found out her husband and in laws had left for New Jersey to visit relatives without telling her or even informing the neighbor. This wasn't a mistake, it was intentional. It was a way to make her anxious at work, to distract her, maybe even to risk her job or force her to quit so she would be completely dependent on them. Tina said Mamta often appeared stressed towards the end, but she always stayed focused on her patients and her little girl. Her message to women is, please don't wait until it's too late. Don't spend years and years of your life with someone who treats you badly. Mamta's story is not just her story. It is the story of so many South Asian women who are silenced by culture, by shame, by stigma. In our communities, we are taught to adjust, to compromise, to endure. Parents sometimes say, stay for the children, stay for the family, don't bring shame on us. But staying in abuse doesn't save families, it destroys them. We must start teaching our daughters something different, that they matter, their voices matter, their choices matter. And we must teach our sons that respect, not control, defines love. As a coach, I remind women all the time, choosing a partner is one of the most important decisions of your life. It is more important than the size of your wedding or the approval of your relatives. Because the person you marry will shape your happiness, your health, and even your survival. Mamta's story reminds us that parents must also support their daughters' financial independence, their safety, and their dignity. If a man or his family says, we don't want a working girl, that is not tradition. That is control. And control is not love. To parents listening, I want to say this very clearly. Believe your daughters. Believe them when they say they are unhappy, that they are not respected, or that they feel unsafe. Instead of saying, adjust, compromise, think of the family, we must start saying, this is your home, and it always will be. You can come home whenever you feel unsafe or disrespected. We will work it out together, but don't stay for the sake of staying. Your safety and your happiness are the most important things in the world. Because when daughters know they can return without shame, without judgment, and without fear, we protect their lives. To Mamta, who was beautiful, honest, hardworking, and always smiling, we honor you today. To your baby girl, may you grow up knowing how deeply your mother loved you. And to all the women listening, may you never be silenced. May you never be told to just adjust. This has been Wounds to Wings. I'm your host, Beena Freilich. Until next time, remember, from pain to power, from wounds to wings.